Going live. Mic check, mic check. Good there, good there. Sound. Don't know why that's recording. Good. Mic's good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Going live. 5, 4, 3, 2. And double check that output. There we go. Okay. Okay, good. Here we go. Well. It's been a fascinating and interesting morning already today, and it's just about to get better. So let's dive in. Let's go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? You see, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? This mic is loud. It's hot this morning. Oh my gosh, screaming at you right out the gate coming from Kentucky. Listen, today is Monday. That's right, today is Monday, May 24th. 2021. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Monday, May 24th, 2021. So I want to make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Fair enough? This absolutely incredible day. I apologize for being a little late today here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Please give me grace, my Rise and Grind peeps. We're supposed to be live right at 5:30 a.m. every single day. And we are going to get to that. I'm just going to have to back up my calendar. I've already figured it out. I've got to back up. I got to get up at 3 a.m. 3:20 is not going to work. I keep showing up 5 to 7 minutes late for you guys, and that's just absolutely unacceptable. So I'm going to start getting up at 3 a.m. We're going to solve this problem. It will not be a problem moving forward. You have my commitment, but I appreciate you bearing with me as I've been going through this new transition. I mean, we're talking a full production on Clubhouse, Breakfast with Champions, full production over here on hashtag Rise and Grind, and then surprises like what we got today. We got some surprises for you, so I'm super excited about that. But thank you for your grace. Means the world to me, and I assure you we will get this thing back on the clock. Listen, this morning I woke up after a great weekend down in Tampa, Florida. I spent the weekend down in Tampa. I love that place. Got to spend the weekend with some amazing humans over at Furman Chevrolet and Mazda, including this dude right here. His name's Hunter. Hunter's from Seattle, moved all the way to Florida. He's killing it at the dealership. Got to have dinner with a bunch of champions from the dealership, including Brad Wise and the rest. And that was absolutely amazing. And of course, our Saturday morning meeting was over the top, as it always is whenever I get to be down there. It's amazing, just amazing time. So I hope you had a great weekend as well, because mine started down there, right, with them, and then it just got better. it just got better. As I got done with Furman and the automotive group, I got to meet up with some real life breakfast with champions. It was amazing. We had a meetup. We went to a place called Whiskey Joe's and ate all kinds of food and laughed and just got to know each other. It was crazy. And the craziest part was we felt like we'd known each other our entire lives, even though none of us, not two people in this picture knew each other physically prior to this meetup. So it was absolutely awesome meeting my Breakfast with Champions folks. And then I got back home, and when I got back home, my kids let me know that there were some bees in Willow's room. And I was like, what? There were some bees in Willow's room. What do you mean there's some bees? And so I go into Willow's room, and sure enough, it's buzzing, right? Zzz, like the whole room. And I look, and her window's just like covered in bees on the inside. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is wow. What is going on? And so I went outside to figure out how they were getting inside. And we had this box that wasn't installed correctly sitting on the front of the house. And apparently these bees decided to take their swarm and move on into our walls of our house. And so we watched, me and my son Joel were in there, and we were using some wasp shot to kind of protect our environment. And we realized they were coming up from the vents. The air conditioning vents is how they were getting into Willow's room. And so we were like, oh my goodness. And so we got that all covered up. We took care of the bees that were in the room. And then I went downstairs into my office where I normally spend my mornings. And there were probably 10 times as many bees in my office as there were in Willow's room. So they were going down through the vents into my office as well. So got that all sealed up. So today, my morning routine took place in the kitchen because I wasn't going in that room. It's like you can hear them all up in the ceiling, dude. It's just like you hear them like. And we talked to a professional, and there's anywhere between 40,000 and 80,000 bees right there in that space right now. It feels like they're just going to fall through the roof. You can hear them all up in there. It's crazy. It's nasty. So this morning, I sat at the kitchen table, nice and safe, close to the exit in case I got to run out the house. And I was doing my morning routine, right? Went through my routine, did the, my gratitude, my goals, put my headphones on, did all those things. And I read my quote. There was a quote in the Rise and Grind Planner, a quote from this guy right here, Julio Soto. And the quote said this, and it's so crazy how every single time the quotes match up. These quotes were printed a year ago nearly, and they just match up perfectly. It's amazing. So today's quote was, "There are no strangers in the world, but a network of friends awaiting to connect and add up to your net worth." So I had to break that down. I was like, okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me read that one more time. There are no strangers in the world, but a network of friends awaiting to connect and add up to your net worth. And I was like, okay, wait a minute, man. This is what I do when I start to read these quotes. I like extract words, make sure I have a full understanding. So I was like, let me look up the word stranger. I want to know the definition of the word stranger. And by definition, the word stranger is a person whom one does not know or with whom one is not familiar. A person who does not know or is not known in a particular place or community. I am a stranger in these parts. And I was like, okay, so it's a person that one does not know. Okay, that's a stranger. Okay, good. Got it. I don't know you. I'm not familiar with that. That makes you a stranger. So then I was like, let's define friend. And a friend is a person whom one knows and with whom one has a bond of mutual affection, typically exclusive of sexual or family relations, right? I'm like, okay, so a stranger is one who's unknown with no associations. A friend is a person whom one does know and has a bond of mutual affection. I'm like, okay, all right, get it. Right, I'm putting this together now. So the third part I looked up was net worth. I wanted to make sure I understood the definition of the word net worth. So the definition of the word net worth, it says the total wealth of an individual, company, or household, taking account of all financial assets and liabilities. And the example they use here is a good one. It says with a net worth of 150 million, he's one of the richest golfers in sports today. I'd say a net worth of 150 million would be awesome, right? So I'm putting these things together. I'm like, okay, it's unknowns, then it's knowns, and then ultimately, when I read that word household under the definition of net worth, I think, okay, it's not just what affects you, but it's ultimately what affects everybody around you. Right? So it's a combination of all those things. So really what my man Julio Soto is saying with this quote today, if you think about it, what Julio Soto is saying is that there are no strangers. So there's no unknowns, but a network of friends. So these are all known, humanity, connected, right? We're all connected because we share one aspect, which is what it says a friend is. We share a bond of mutual affection, right? There's something that we all share, and I think he's 100% right on that. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. But everyone is a friend, and so collectively, not only will you gain more friends in this thing called life, but as we gain more friends, potentially our net worth, not just money, think about it, our impact on the overall household changes. You following me here? As we realize that they're not strangers, it's not so divisive, that ultimately we are friends and we are connected. And the more that we can see that and connect and be one, a collective consciousness, ultimately we can increase our net worth. Not just money, but our net worth to be able to protect our overall household. And so as I thought about that, I thought, man, Julio, you got a lot to say in this one little sentence. And then I started thinking even a little bit further. I'm like, golly, when your net worth increases, you have things like resilience, right? You can bounce back from setbacks. When your net worth increases, you have things like freedom, right? You get the freedom to be able to move and shake and do the things that you want to do with your life. When you have a higher net worth, you have more confidence, right? You walk taller, bigger, bolder, chest out, right? Net worth is important more because of what it does to you than ultimately what you can go out and buy with it, right? Net worth is important ultimately to how it makes you feel as a human. And so if our social network increases our network, doesn't it make sense to connect with more people? Doesn't it make sense to live in this world not thinking everybody's a stranger, but actually thinking everybody's a friend? I love what Julio brought to this week. And what we're doing this week is we're doing just that, which is so crazy because we're kicking off a new series. And our series this week is called Who the Heck Are You? That's the name of the series. Who the heck are you? And we are going to take some time to get to know some people in this group. People that hang out in Rise and Grind. People that hang out over in Breakfast with Champions. We're just going to take some time to get to know them all week long. So it's going to be absolutely fascinating. Fair enough? Fair enough. Before we do that, though, you know what we got to do? Maybe we're not going to be able to do it because I had to reset this. Oh, yep, there we are. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do some dancing, and then we're going to check in on some folks that are hiding behind the scenes and see if they're doing some dancing this morning too. They better know that's what's up. So let's see, music playing. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yes. There we go. Now I'm in the saddle. Now I'm feeling the flow. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is that part of the show. We got to get that body moving. Come on. We got to get that body moving. We got to get in motion. There we go. I don't care where you are. We got to do some dancing. If you're working out, let's work out a little bit harder, right? This is the part. I talked to some people at, this is awesome. Look at all these people in the screen. I love it. I talked to, Michelle's cracking me up. I love it. Look at it. Let's go. This is awesome. So yes, this is the part of the show where we're going to do some dancing. We're going to do some moving around. This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. Would you please go ahead and hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. So if you're on Facebook, share it out. If you're on YouTube or catching it later on the replay, make sure you share that as well. And of course, over on Clubhouse, hit that plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Let's get some folks up in here. Man, I was talking to some people at the Breakfast with Champions meetup, and they were telling me all the different things that they're doing when the hashtag Rise and Grind song comes on. And it's such a beautiful image to know that people all over the world are getting that body in motion right now, right? Objects in motion tend to stay at motion. Object at rest tends to stay at rest. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say, look at Michelle, she's having a blast. I love it. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. If you're on Clubhouse, shoot me a DM, all right? How you doing, Mr. Banks? Great to see you this morning. What's up, Tony Thorstad, West Storm, Ray Hatcher's in the house. Mr. Michael Guthrie's up in here. What's up, Jeff Baker? How you doing, Brad Smith? We've got Tristan Smith as well. Trisha White is up in here. Vicky Everett. Vernell Smith is in the house. What's up, Barrett Trout? Tina Bacon. Patrick Booth. Debbie Wobby. We got to meet her at the place in Tampa. What's up, Gail Beecraft? How you doing, Michelle Barker? That's right. What's up, Janice Bowlings, Leisha Watts? Michael Huey is in the house. Got to meet him too. What's up, Tisha White? How you doing, Don Sankey, Mike? And who's over here on Clubhouse? I haven't been able to look over at Clubhouse. I've been building the show out this morning. It's been a little bit chaotic, a little bit crazy. What's up, Jessica? How you doing, Megan DiMartino? Michelle's in both places. I love that. So is Dr. Rowe. So is David Hill. What's up, Tim? How you doing, Michael? Great to see you this morning. Delano, Victor, Naida, not Nayeda, it's Naida. We got Taylor, we got Mary Lynn Wilkin up in the house. What's up, Martin and Camilla and John Paul Guidry? Golly, packed house over on Clubhouse today. I'm loving it. Who else is over here? Some people I haven't met yet. Who are some of my friends I haven't met yet? I've got Therese and Alexander, and we've got Christina and Brad and Michael and Daniel. We've got Mary and Cruz and Howard and Alina. We've got Amin and Lana and Cheryl and Tahir. We've got William and Gordita and Brandon and Catherine and Shurin. Wow! It is packed this morning. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. All right, let's dive in. This week's series, Who the Heck Are You? My goal and intention is that we'll learn some things about some other people, and in the process, maybe learn some things about ourselves, right? That's the goal. That's the intention. As soon as I get done with this, a little bit later today, we'll be hanging out in Clubhouse. You can join us over there. We've also got our Rise and Grind Elite Mastermind today. So if you want to be a part of our Elite, that's where we get together. A bunch of us. We get together every Monday morning, 6:30 a.m., and Wednesdays at 3:30 p.m. If you'd like to be a part of that, go to riseandgrindelite.com. That's something that we do live over Zoom, and it's awesome. All right? With that said, let's go. And here we go. We have today's panel for Who the Heck Are You? This is the short notice panel. They had about, 15, 20 minutes of notice before they came on to today's episode of Rise and Grind. So I love you guys. You're the first. You put your hand up. It was scary. You're like, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. And I absolutely stinking love it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have some fun getting to know each of you a little bit better this morning. And I've got some questions. You might not be prepared, but I am. So I got a few questions for you, and we're going to rotate through those, and we're going to have a blast. Make sure to remember, because we are on Clubhouse also, to unmute when you speak so they can hear you on Clubhouse, and then mute it back when you're done. That way there's no feedback loops or anything like that, and make sure those things are turned down. I'm super excited. So I'm going to start with Dr. Rowe. We're going to go Dr. Rowe first. I'm going to pull her up just like this, and I'm going to say, Dr. Rowe, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Glenn. How are you? I'm great.
On the spot, live on camera, 5:30 a.m. Where are you coming in from, Dr. Rowe?
I am coming in from Minnesota in the Twin Cities.
Minnesota in the Twin Cities. All right, I'm going to start with a really difficult question for you right out the gate. You ready?
Go ahead.
All right. Who the heck are you?
I am a child of God, a wife, a mom, a bonus mom, a writer, a speaker, and teacher.
Wow, look at that, folks. On the spot, just like that. She delivered it. You are also the incredible human who yesterday helped put together with Michael Kuchar a really, really, really powerful. That wasn't yesterday. That was Saturday. On Saturday, helped put together a really powerful event where you were able to raise awareness and registrations for the organ donor registry, and something really powerful happened in there where there was a woman who needed a kidney, and that connection happened, which was crazy. So Dr. Rose, share with us real quick, briefly, a little bit about that event on Saturday and why that meant so much to you.
It meant so much because it was in honor of my deceased son, Giovanni Polari, and in honor to Michael. So it's two families, donor and recipient families, coming together to help people do the same thing. My son saved 73 lives. He's my baby boy in heaven. I'll show you a picture quick. That is Giovanni. He was 18 years old in high school, and I'm loving it. Could not have done it at all without God, the team that helped me, and you, Glenn, from Breakfast with Champions. What a blessing.
Well, Dr. Bro, it really was a special experience. The whole event was amazing, and I was bawling in tears when that woman struggled to speak up, but she spoke up, right? She spoke up, and God went to work, and I can't, I just, it was unbelievable. It's hard to explain how unbelievable it was. And thank you so much for being a catalyst for change in the world. We're going to get to know you even more here in just a second. I'll ask you some more questions. I'm going to pass over to my man, David Hill, real quick, though. David, I'm going to start with the hard hitting question for you first, right here out the gate, my man. Who the heck are you?
Oh, man, I am a father of three amazing daughters. I'm a husband. I am a man of God. 35-year sales trainer, and man, I just love inspiring people, working with people, spending time with my kids, and man, just I'm a phoenix, man. I come from ash, and I've been reborn, and I'm just loving life, my friend, loving life. Appreciate you as well.
I love that, man, and I appreciate you. I love that. You're a phoenix rising from the ashes, right? Now, David, you are in a transition right now, right? We just kind of came through COVID, and you're transitioning. I know you're working on your health, on your body, on your mind, on your business. Like, you're working on a lot of different things. And so, what do you think really sparked this transition in you? I mean, you kind of had your path, you were doing your thing, and you're kicking butt at it, but now here you are trying to take things to the next level. What's up with that?
It's a good question. I've always worked on my fitness and my health. It's always been part of my being is being fit. And I think, in the last couple of years, just looking at my life and everything around me, and yeah, I've done good. Like I said, I come from from where I come from, living in a car. My family, we were homeless. We were always running from my dad. So, in foster care. But so I can look at what we've achieved and be grateful. But I just feel like being around such higher level people and seeing what other people are up to, and maybe because I turned 50 and I'm just looking at my life and I'm like, there's so much more, and there's so much more potential. And I've just been inspired, and I feel like I can achieve so much more. And I just I'm not willing to accept anything less than excellence and the greatest opportunities in the world. And that's what I'm up to, man.
I love it, man. I love it. And I think it is interesting. We get a little bit, not old, but we get a little bit older, right? And, people always say we have this like midlife crisis. And I don't think it's a midlife crisis. I think it's I call it a midlife crescendo, right? Midlife crescendo. It's like, oh, okay. all right, what's next? We've done some pretty cool things, right? We've done some pretty cool things, but now, like, let's keep growing. I'm not ready to die yet, right? Let's keep growing. So I love that you're in the middle of your midlife crescendo right now, and I love being a part of that. If you guys don't know what that word means, go look it up. I'm telling you, looking up words is a powerful thing. So, David, I'm going to come back to you in just a second. We're going to learn a little bit more, but first, I got to pop over to Miss Michelle. Michelle, I got a hard-hitting question for you, young lady.
Am I on the stage?
Yeah. Who the heck are you?
Am I? I can't see myself.
Oh, on stage in Clubhouse?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you want me to unmute?
No, hold on. Okay, I invited you up. I didn't realize you weren't on the stage over there.
Neither did I.
Okay, there you go. Now you can unmute. So who the heck are you, Michelle?
Just bear with me. I'll just down my volume. There you go.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Fantastic. Well, hi, good morning, and I'm delighted to be joining you today. I'm Michelle. I'm from, well, I would say sunny Liverpool, but it's actually very cloudy, but it's always sunny here in life. We love our city. Very proud to be from this great city of Liverpool, and I'm inspired by everything that you're saying today, Glenn. Wouldn't it be amazing if we treated everybody in the world not as strangers, but as friends? On my Clubhouse bio, it says I'm a connector, collaborator, mentor, communicator, all those wonderful things that we all say that we are. But really, I'm a bit like David. I'm bringing all my life lessons and 20 odd years of business experience into one place, really. I've done the deep dive, the big reflection, and I want to do the same, head into my midlife crescendo. I'm inspired by my own life journey of twists and turns. But the key for me is to encourage people to keep talking to each other. Certainly during this pandemic, that's the one thing that I have learned is we all went very quiet. And I think I lost the power of my voice. I did a deep dive, deep reflection, and I've had to work myself back up again, and being on Clubhouse has massively helped me do that. You know, pressing that raise the hand button, it is huge for a lot of people. So I've tried to create a room that encourages people to engage, and it's just about the power of conversation. And I'm going to evolve that into my podcast, which is going to be called Talk On to Walk On. And it really is just about getting some great people in there to talk about their life lessons, their business journeys, if that's applicable, but really to remind ourselves who they've had a great conversation with and what nuggets of advice they've been given to help them walk on in life. And I just really want to inspire people to find their voice again and inspire a confident and a courageous approach to life and business. So that's the aim. And so I thought, when I got the call in today, I popped in the room, I heard you just say, come and do it. And I thought, this is something I need to do because I need to build my own confidence. So I want to bring my listeners on my journey with me because it's about me growing too, as well as them.
Yes, I love it. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes we just have to do that thing that's scary or uncomfortable, not for us, but ultimately for the impact it can make on others. I absolutely love it. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to popcorn these around. All right, I'm going to ask each of you some questions, and we've got to keep them fairly short in our responses. All right, 30 seconds or less on your responses. We got to keep it tight, unlike Clubhouse. Hashtag Rise and Grind has some time parameters. All right. So we're going to start with Dr. Rowe real quick. And I'm going to say, Dr. Rowe, what is your life's mantra?
To be a beacon to everyone I encounter.
I love that. To be a beacon to everyone I encounter. I love it. All right. David Hill. Oh, go ahead.
Light. Let me correct that. To be a beacon of light to everyone I encounter.
Yes, I love it. To be a beacon of light to everyone I encounter. And Dr. Rowe, you are that. You live that. So I love that. All right, David Hill. What is your biggest fear, and how are you going to overcome it?
Ooh, yeah, it's not. My biggest fear is just not living up to my potential and just not, I know there's so much more that I can achieve, and I can achieve not just for myself, but for my family and for my daughters, and not doing that, not showing up. That's my biggest fear, man.
Yeah, I love that, and I think we can all. Anybody raise your hand if you feel that way sometimes. Like I don't want to come up short of my potential, right? And so I do love that. I want the answer on the other side now too, real quick, David. How are you going to overcome that?
Yeah, it's showing up, Glenn. It's raising my hand like I just did. I'm a hand raiser. It's putting in the work. It's honestly, I've been on this journey for years,
Yeah,
probably 10 years, and for whatever reason, some of the connections I've made in Clubhouse have really inspired me and helped me get connected to other people. Like Tim's story has been
sure.
instrumental for me. And yeah, it's been a huge gift. So just continuing to surround myself with these types of conversations as well as the right people.
Love
And
it.
I believe that's the solution. And continue to give, man. It's all about giving as well.
Continue to
Help
give, keep showing
contribute.
up, getting around the right people. Yes, I
Yes,
love
sir.
that, David. All right, Michelle, you ready? Popcorn, popcorn, popcorn. All right. What is the hardest thing in your life for you to break free of? What has been the hardest thing in your life for you to break free of?
My past
Mm,
and past learnings. So I've really had to work on how what I used to see as failings as the stepping stones to get me where I am today. So I've had to really work hard on that and be grateful for those things that I historically thought of. Why did it go wrong? Why did it turn out that way? But now I'm expressing gratitude towards them, but I'm still working on that and accepting those failings as massive learnings and opportunities. So
so
yeah, that's still
yes.
something I'm learning.
That's awesome. Hardest time breaking free of our past. I think many of us have felt that way or do feel that way. I think this is so awesome just getting to know people on a real and raw level, right? This is going to be a super fun week and we're just going to continue to level up. I love this. That's a great question. All right, Dr. Rowe, why is success important to you?
Success is important to me only when and if I'm giving glory to God first, because it
Mm.
shows that everything I do, I can't do it without Him, and I can spread that light to others.
I love that. So success is important to you because it ultimately is honoring God, right, and glorifying Him. And I believe we are called to, from my understanding of the Bible, we are called to take our talents and multiply them, right? Multiply them and reach and impact as many as we can. I love that, Dr. Rowe. David, what makes you different than anyone else in the world?
Oh gosh. Um, Oh man, well, I'm a
Oh,
grinder, dude. I'm gonna continue
I
showing
know
up.
grinders though. I know guys that show up.
I'm
I want to
resilient.
know the one thing
All right,
that makes David Hill completely
God,
different than every other 7 billion humans on the planet.
Oh my
because
God.
I'm David Hill, man. That's it. I am the David Hill. Just that's the thing, right? You're right. There's a lot of other grinders, people to show up, but I am me. I am, like I said, I've gone through so much, and yet here I am, and I'm gonna just keep moving, brother. Keep moving forward, and I'm not gonna stop, man. That's it. So
Right?
that's it. I'm David Hill, dude. I don't. It's a tough question, bro.
David, that is a tough question, especially with
Yeah,
zero prep. First thing in the morning, you just got
yeah.
on the call. And so I'm going to challenge everyone watching and listening today's episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind. Your homework this week is I want you to figure out the one thing that is different than everyone else on the planet about you, your unique fingerprint, your unique gift, and really take some time to think about that one because that is really a powerful question. If you can get the answer to that, it'll move you forward. But that's definitely not one I should drop on somebody with zero prep first thing in the morning and then tell you have 30 seconds to answer it. Okay, all right, you ready? We're gonna go to Michelle real quick. Michelle, what is the meaning of life?
Wow.
Dude.
Meaning of life. Wow. I would say my gut reaction is just if we can all truly be ourselves at any given moment, like I'm trying to be right now, to be ready to be asked that question, and answer it authentically, succinctly. And I think the secret to meaning of life, I think, is giving. There you go. I witted on a bit there to get me to the answer, but I think I've been taught recently the secret to living is giving. And I think the more you give without expectation of it coming straight back to you, it will come back to you in many different ways. So put it on the boomerang, throw it out there, and it will come back to you in spades.
Yes, beautiful.
That's my succinct answer to a very big question.
Yes. I love it, right? It's giving, and I like how you said to be authentically yourself in the giving, right? Don't do it for any other reason. Be authentically you. Okay, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to wrap this up because we're already over on time, but we're going to wrap this up. It's going to be super fun. So at the end of my typical interviews on Rise and Grind, what I like to do is I like to put people up on top of a mountain. I say you're on top of a mountain and all of civilization is at the base of the mountain and they're cheering for you, right? And normally I give people 2 minutes to drop some practical application wisdom on them, something that they can take home and apply in their lives today, this week, this month, this year. However, this is going to be a little bit different because they're not just saying Dr. Rowe, they're also saying David Hill, and they're screaming out Michelle, and they're dancing with Michelle because Michelle was dancing, right? So all of you are on the mountaintop. You get 30 seconds each. 30 seconds each. We're going to hand you the mic. All of civilization is listening. Their eyes are locked on you. You got to give them something practical application that they can apply in their life today, this week, this month, this year. Dr. Rowe, 30 seconds.
Gino's on my shoulder, and I'm telling you to lead with God first and lead with empathy over apathy.
Boom. She said, I don't even need 30 seconds. Drop the mic. Lead with empathy over apathy. I love it. David Hill, you're up.
Yeah, man, I think it's about having fun. Life is about being present. Just being there, and sometimes just raising your hand like we did today, and just get out there and enjoy, have fun. I just think that's the biggest gift, man. Just to have fun with this life and be present.
I love it. Be present, have fun, enjoy this thing. Don't take it so seriously. Right? Mm-hmm. Don't take it so seriously. I actually had to remind myself of that a little bit this weekend. It was like, Glenn, bro, like yesterday we went to Walmart. Me, 6 of my kids, and my wife. And Meredith kept just like grabbing clothes. Dad, can I have that? Dad, can I have that? And I was so like, no. And finally I'm like, dude, it's $6. Like, they haven't been to Walmart in a year and a half. Let the kid grab them. I mean, who cares? Like, don't take this life so seriously. Let's have some fun. All right, Michelle, you got 30 seconds on the mountaintop, all of civilization. What are you going to tell them?
The thing I would probably shout out, which is the thing probably is held me back, is don't dim your light for the benefit of others. That's one of my favorite sayings. I think, like you were saying, we're all unique. We've all got our own stories to share, and we've all had our life experiences. Draw on them as positives. Our obstacles are our opportunities, and our failings are feedback. So take it all, but don't ever dim your light for the benefit of others. It's not about you, it's about the difference you can make. So get out there and make that difference.
Wow, love it. What a way to finish this up, right? Don't dim your light. I love it. This has been fantastic. David, I love you. Dr. Rowe, I love you. Michelle, I love you. Thank you for being my guinea pigs this week on such short notice. And I just knew it would be powerful. And Julio Soto is watching right now. And I just want to say, Julio, dude, 7 months ago, you sent in a quote that said, there are no strangers in the world, but a network of friends awaiting to connect and add up to your net worth. And here it just happened to land when we're doing this series called Who the Heck Are You? And bringing people together in such a special way. That's what they call a God wink, folks. That's called a God wink. You can't make that stuff up. So thank you guys. Hey, David, I love you. Michelle, I love you. Dr. Rowe, you are all children of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And he made you to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And I know you're doing it, right? You're showing up, you're raising your hand, you're using your voice, you're inspiring others, you're connecting people in powerful ways, all three of you. And so I, for one, absolutely stinking love you. Dr. Rowe, I love you. David Hill, I love you. Michelle, I love you. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. All right. So thank you guys so much for being on hashtag Rise and Grind. Let's go hang out over at Clubhouse for a little bit more before Rise and Grind Elite. And yeah, I'll see you guys over on Clubhouse. Those of you over here on Facebook, that was today's episode of hashtag Rise and Grind. Who the heck are you? We're going to be doing more of that all week. It's going to be super fun. If you want to maybe be on Who the Heck Are You, go ahead and send me a message. You can message me on Instagram. Just DM me over on Instagram. That's the best way. And maybe you too can be on Who the Heck Are You this week. Maybe we'll just get crazy with it. Whatever. If you haven't done so already, hit that share button out. If you're over on Clubhouse, go ahead and hit the plus sign. We're going to keep rocking and rolling.